Hi, in this video we'll be going over the continuation of the C# video tutorials, so csharp.net. So in this video we'll be doing a lab, so we'll be creating an app with two forms. So to do this I already have an app, or I already have a form started. What is this? Okay, so just a toolbox. Okay, so what you're going to need is just to create a form, rename it to MainForm. So I showed how to rename a form in the playlist, the csharp.net playlist on my channel. So you can just rename the form to MainForm. So we'll have to create a quick GUI here. So we'll just have, for example, two buttons. So we're just going to quickly do it here with a drag and drop. We could code this out. Actually, let's just see what we could do. Okay, so the other one's going to have okay, so hold on, sorry. Okay, yeah, so this one's going to have two buttons. Okay, so then we're going to have pretty much we're going to have another form here. Okay, so okay, wait a minute. So we're going to have another, okay, so what we're going to have to do here is create another form. So we have our main form here. Okay, sorry, so I skipped this step. So the next step is to basically just create another form named message form. So we've done this before. So basically you can do this, I'm using Writer, you can do this in Visual Studio. So pretty much I'm just going to go here, so the way to do it in Writer is that you're going to have to click this thing that says Windows, for me it's WindowsFormsApp or WindowsFormsApp27. So it's going to be your namespace. If you're in Writer, it'll be maybe in the project tab up here. So you have to add it from the top, but for in Writer, so I've explained how to do it in Visual Studio as well in the last tutorial in the playlist. It should be in order because I upload them by date and time. So here we have, I'm just going to right click this one here. I'm going to go add Windows form. I'm going to call this one messageform.cs. I'm going to hit enter, so that should pop up. Okay, we have a problem here. Actually, no, we don't. Okay, so we have the using directives here, so I'm just going to copy it like that. For some reason, the using directives weren't added to, what's this? This is extra, okay. No, we don't need that. That's for the designer. So for this, it's missing a bunch of using directives, so I'm just going to go up here. Well, at least in Writer it does. I'm going to just copy and paste them in. So now we have all the libraries we can use here. Basically, we have access to the classes and namespaces that we need. Okay, so now that we have that set up, we'll go back to the MainForm.cs. Pretty much just need one button, but we could have two. So let's just drag and drop them. We'll do most of the code instead of just the location. So I'm just going to click the toolbox here. I'm going to find the button control. So the button control is here. I'm just going to place, this form might be too big, so let's just minimize that to like something like that. So we'll just place one button here like that. I'm going to click that tab there. I'm going to change the name property to display form button. I'm going to change the size of the text to a little bit bigger so we can see it properly. Okay, so we'll change that to, for example, 1, 2, 3, no, probably, maybe down here. So we'll just change the text property now to display form. Can't see that, so we'll just say, maybe change the size of that to something smaller like this. So we'll just I'll click the ellipsis or the ellipsis button. I'll change the size down. Still can't see it. Let's go with auto size. So I'll change the auto size property here to true. Display form. So that should work fine. So we'll just copy that, paste it here. Besides, so now we have two buttons. We'll change the name property here. Just make sure it's selected. And then here we'll go with, I'll change that to exit button. Okay, so we'll change the text property to exit. Can change the size like that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Actually, I think the Windows buttons are usually the same size. Doesn't really matter. That's fine. Okay, so now we have a display form button and an exit button. Instead of just clicking to generate the event handlers, we can code those. So we'll go to the code to the main form. Actually, is this even the right one? No, this is the right one. Okay, sorry, it was on the wrong form completely. So we'll just have to delete those. Sorry about that. Delete that, delete that. So we'll just transfer it over to the main form. So click the design window here. Just minimize the form itself. Just something like that's fine. We'll just go with the toolbox again. Can I paste them here like that? Okay, I can. Okay, so I can just copy the button. It was able to copy it from the other file. So we'll just go back up here to the to the button. Is this the right app? Oh, maybe it was the right one. Okay, that's strange. I swear when I click the designer, it might have gotten confused. Maybe because when I changed the tab, nothing showed up. Okay, so we have pretty much this is our main form because it says at the top the file name is MainForm.cs. Okay, so we have our button here. So we'll just copy that. So just before that, we can see that we have a display form button. So that's the identifier. All the properties are set up. So we'll just copy that, paste it. This one, I'll highlight it, then I'll click exit button. Okay, so we changed the name to exit button, or the name property, then I'll just change the text property to exit as well. That should be fine now. Now we're in the right file. I'll go to the code. I'll close the toolbox. Okay, so now we'll have to basically get those buttons and then set up the event handlers for those. So instead of generating using the click or just the auto generate, pretty much we can just go under here, under this method we can call the display form button. We can reference the .click property plus equals new event handler. Then here we can say that we want to call it display form button underscore click, like that. Okay, so underneath actually we'll do two of those, so we'll have the one for the exit button as well. We'll say exit button dot click, whoops, plus equals new event handler, passing in exit button underscore click. Okay, so we'll go underneath, we'll say private void display form button underscore click, passing in object sender and event args es parameter. Then here underneath that we'll say, for example, private void, we'll do the next one, exit button underscore click, parameters object sender comma event args e again. So now the yellow line should go from red to yellow, so now it works in this theme at least. Okay, so now everything's fitting here. Okay, so we'll go to the next part. So in the message form, we're going to have another setup here. So we'll have a label and a button. So we'll click the other file, we'll go to message form.cs. We'll go to the design window. Now we'll click the toolbox, so we can just click, so actually I can probably just copy the button from the other one. I'm going to go to the MainForm.cs file. I'm going to hit Ctrl+C to copy the button. Then I'm going to go to the other file back. We're back to the other file. Then here I'm going to go, paste the button in like that. We just need one button, so we could just have that. And then we're going to have to add a label. So we'll just paste that in there. And we'll change the name property. Just make sure it's selected. So we'll change the property to close button, so close button like that, camel cased. Then we'll change the name property to close button as well. Sorry, no, this text property, not the name property, the text property, and we'll just change it to close. Then above that we can just put a label here. So we'll just double click label, we'll just paste that in here like that. Okay, so here, for example, we could change the name property to message label. Just camel case like that, and then we'll go to the text property. We'll change that to so text property, we could just say that sunny day or whatever. That's a sunny day. We could change the size to, for example, the example here is just to show two apps sharing the data between them. So here we can just change the size to this, maybe like 36. Actually, this is too big, so we'll just try to resize it. Actually, is there auto size here? Try to find auto size if you can. I think it's here, so we'll just turn that to true, or we could just change it in the code, doesn't matter. Same thing. Okay, so now we have the label set up. So on the other form here, other file, so in the form, when we click display form, it'll show the pop-up sunny day, then you can close it. Okay, so now we have so we'll generate the click event handler for the close button. So which file are we in? Okay. Actually, sorry, before that we're going to need to set up the button for the close button here. So go to the code. We'll say, we'll do the same thing as we just did for the other buttons. So we'll say close button plus equals, it's telling us that it's a field button. So close button dot click plus equals new event handler. Okay, here, we'll pass in close button underscore click. So whatever the name is, I think. Then here we'll, yeah, so that's pretty much it. And underneath private void, close button underscore click, takes parameter, object sender, comma, event args e. Okay, so that's set up now. So now we've created the click event handler for the close button control. So this displays the messageform.cs file in the code editor. Okay, so we already have that. Okay, so we switch back to the main form, create the click events for the display form button and the exit button, which we did. Okay, so now back to the main form, do the exit button, which we did. Okay, so now we have, so when we click the button on one form, it's going to pop up the other window and say, have a great, or what is it's going to say, sunny day. So it just tells you that it's a sunny day, just to show the data transfer between the two forms. Okay, so we had, for example, so now back to the main form. Actually, no, sorry, this is the message form. So this is, we have another file here called message form here. Public partial class message form inherits from a form. So we'll just go to the close button. So all we have to do is just call this dot close here. That just closes the form. Okay, so pretty much that's it. Back to the main form, we'll go to the other source file here in the main form. Okay, so here we have public void display form button underscore click. In that event handler, then we'll say we're going to instantiate an object of type message form. So from the other source file, we're going to say message form here. We'll call it message form, lowercase and camel case. So message form class, so we're going to instantiate an object of type message form, named message form, points to new message form like that. We didn't have any parameters. It didn't take any variables for the parameters. So the object's just going to be an object with no parameters or no instance data. Then here we'll just say, for example, message form dot show dialog. So what is going to happen is it's just going to pop up the form when we click this button, display form. It's going to pop up the other window through this object here, because we're saying message form. We're calling it message form. That message form, so Microsoft has like built-in methods to use. One of them is called show dialog, which automatically pops up another form or another window. So it just displays a window like that. So we're calling this show dialog method on the message form object. So in that case, we're referencing the message form object. So it's going to show the form from the message form class, in this case, which is just set up to look like this. Sunny day, so it's just going to tell us that it's a sunny day. Okay, so for the other one, exit button, then here it's just this dot close, so same thing. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to run the app just to make sure it works. So to do that, I'm just going to go to the main form and then click run at the top right corner. You won't be able to see it because it's pop-up windows, but I'll just describe what's happening. So just to show the designer, this window should pop up first. Then when I click display form, this window should pop up here. The sunny day one. Okay, so the other window popped up. Sunny day. Close. So why is that glitching out? Okay, so we have here the code for MainForm. The other one, message form. Okay, so what's going to happen? When this window pops up, you click the button display form. Then this window pops up and it tells you it's a sunny day. That's it. So pretty much I'll just make sure, I think it's still running here. Okay, so I'm just going to run it again. Okay, so the first window popped up. I'm going to click display form. Now the sunny day window pops up. Now both windows are on the screen. One's kind of like blacked out where the other one's blue, showing that the current focus is on this window. And then it's just your standard Microsoft window with the line, the square, and the X in the top right corner. We have pretty much the forms name property is just set up to the class name message form, and then inside we have a label that says sunny day, and a close button which we set up so we can just click the close button, and the other form becomes blue again. You can display the form again. The sunny day window pops up, so that can keep happening every time you click it. Sunny day will pop up, the sunny day window, but it only pops up one at a time. Then you can just click exit and the form closes. So the app works. So that's pretty much the end of the tutorial. In the next tutorial we'll be talking about model and modelless forms. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys like the video, you can like and subscribe to support the channel for more programming and investing tutorials. So the rest of the videos will be in the csharp.net playlist on my channel. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Take care. Thanks.